We're talking to Oliver McCabe at
Hi.
the Select Stores.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks, Oliver. You've come out with a new book, the Fuel Food Cookbook.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah? It's about healthy food and healthy living.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's also the story of a health food shop that's progressed over nearly 60 years. My parents would have started here 1959, and it was a fruit and vegetable shop. And throughout the years, became a general store. And I took it on in 2001.
Okay.
And I would have been working in it as a fruit and vegetable shop. And unfortunately, over the years, business wasn't the best. And my brother next door has a fuel business, hence the name Fuel Food.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And when I was here working, there wasn't many customers then. So I was reading books on nutrition because I wanted to know what was inside fruit and vegetables. Like, we can all look at them, but what are they all about?
Yeah.
So, and I used to have these beautiful windows around us, and I used to put window displays in, and one of them was a mirror and said, "Look at yourself. Do you have dark circles under your eyes? If so, you should be eating avocados, you should be on a juice." And people kind of went, "Oh, he's onto something," or else they thought I was crazy. And that's kind of what happened. In 2004, we transformed it into Select Stores, the health food shop, cafe, deli, juice bar. And it was the juice bar that became uber successful overnight, and people traveled to us medicinally and just for lifestyle choices. And it just became very popular. And then I got more into fresh food. I studied nutrition myself.
Okay.
I got my qualification, and I went through my own struggles. And a lot of the recipes are through my own struggles with food because I'm an emotional eater.
Okay.
Not many men say that,
All right.
that they're an emotional. I am an emotional eater. My name is Oliver.
Okay.
So so I can talk about it to people who have struggled with food, usually through sadness or bereavement, life circumstances. People turn to food.
Yeah.
If it's not food, it's something else. And it's about serotonin for the happy hormones for the brain and how to regulate that, and exercise and loving your exercise is very much key as well, because a lot of people go to the gym and they moan a minute and they say, "Oh, couldn't be bothered doing this." You come home and you overeat and you pick, and that's why bother? You need to love your exercise. So.
Well, you don't do writing as a profession. You do food as a profession. So how was the writing process for you?
Well, I spoke to Gordon Snell, who's a customer of ours, and Maeve Vinci's husband, she sadly passed away, one of our dearest customers, and he's a close friend of the shops. And I spoke to him, and he said, "Oliver, you have to take one day off and go into the kitchen and have your diary, and you need to do one day a week for 2 years." It was a 2-year
Okay.
production.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And worked, and nothing caught up on me. I wasn't stressed about it. You do get brain fog, and I also spoke obviously with a lot of our customers, what they wanted, what was their needs on a budget. A lot of cookery books today don't have that connection with the general public. They don't have a shop or a base, and they lose that connection.
Okay.
So that was very important for this book as well, that it was from a health food shop, from the people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the ingredients are on the same, we use a lot of the same ingredients, so there's a budget to it. It's not extortionate.
Okay.
So the other thing about the book is where, even with my publishing company, they were like, "Ooh, what's he on? What's he doing?" And I stressed everyone out. It's the first book to have the EU regulations on allergens.
Okay.
So there's 14 known allergens in the EU. So you can see it throughout the hospitality sector. And I was like, why can't you do it with a cookbook? It should be in a cookbook. For the consumer. They should know what each ingredient is about, and it makes the recipe very honest, and you're caring for the reader. And that's where we're getting a lot of great feedback from. But the editing process was a nightmare.
Okay.
So we had to do about 30 edits because obviously we were, it was people's health we're dealing with, and we had to be pedantic about it. And my poor publisher nearly had a heart attack because it was tough. But you know something? We're so proud of the achievement today that it's the first book to have this in it. And you'll probably see it throughout other cookbooks now in the future. It's just an extra extra few days or weeks or years of editing. So, but
you started something.
I think I
with the
started
origins,
something,
yeah.
and throughout it's getting globally, like the States, Australia, Europe have connected with it and go, he's onto something. It's new. And it should have been done long ago. So we're getting a lot of great feedback from picky eaters, teenagers, people cooking for the first time, cooking for their family, anorexia, overeating, and just people psychologically damaged by food and what's in ingredients today. So it just speaks, they get it. It speaks volumes to them, and it just has easy symbols in there. So you know it's sugar-free, gluten-free. If it contains eggs, if it contains milk, even celery is a known allergen. Did you know that?
I didn't know it, no.
In France, it's a huge allergen in France. So obviously France is part of the EU, so that has to be in there, yeah.
How was the publishing process for you then?
No, everything's been fantastic. Like Mercier Press are my publisher. They're based in Cork. I went to college in Cork, and I have close connections with West Cork. I did all my training, my chefing in West Cork.
Yeah, there's a lot of culinary establishments down there.
Yeah, completely. And we deal a lot with the small independent food companies from West Cork as well. I spent a lot of time in school, and I went to a cookery school called The Good Things, and it's run by Carmel Summers. And she was a huge inspiration to me when I was getting into chefing, just pulling me all together, using local ingredients, keeping it simple, all about presentation and colour, and using local ingredients. And she introduced me to Goobeen, which is a farm, an ethical farm in West Cork, just outside Scull, the Ferguson family, who would have close connections with Ballymaloo and many food festivals. And we use their products here. They do lovely cheeses and chorizo. So, yeah, that was very important to me.
Okay, so do you have any plans for another book in the future then?
Yeah, it's funny because I suppose like it was 2 years, and it does take a lot out of you. But you know, when it comes out, like it is like having a baby. You don't realise the production of it when it comes together. And the great thing about this book is we had an amazing production team, food stylist. We were lucky or blessed to have a building next door to here with amazing light where we took all the photos. And so everything was coming straight out of the kitchen and into this space, and it made everything look really fresh and exciting. And no, I would do it again. When I was on the road trip, the tour there recently, or meeting the people, and you are coming up with the ideas, and then you see the gap in the sector of where we could go next. But I do want to make a difference. It's all about caring for people, and that's why I got into this in the first place.
So it'll be quality over quantity then?
Completely. That's my tagline. That's my tagline, yes. Quality over quantity. Completely.
Okay, Oliver McCabe, thanks for talking to us. And
Thanks so much for having me.
Best of luck with the book.
Yeah, take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.